Nah, it should be okay. Okay, this is the Graco 733. We've got an emulsion lower end on it right now. Right here's the suck hose. Martine, come over here and we'll show how we've got cam lock fittings. So on the pump, pull it off, Martine. On the pump, it comes with a 2-inch male cam lock. The suck hose is a 2-inch female cam lock. So you just slide it on and then close your clamps. And then we tie a safety strap. When stuff's brand new, it comes with pins that would go in right here. These are old. The pins have been lost. So we just tie a little safety tie around it just to make sure nothing would come loose. Okay, that's good, Martine. So then the suck hose goes over to the tote. 275-gallon tote that we would hook up to. So, bitch! So now we're hooking up to the tote. Got a 2-inch plug. Pull that out. We've got an extra bag down here just to catch any loose emulsion that might fall out of either. So we're not making a mess. We slide that on. Same thing. Close your handles. And then what we would do, if we were going to spray, we'd open that blue valve right there. We'd pull it out and, yeah, don't open it though, Martine. Mm-hmm. And then that's how the emulsion would get drawn from this tote. One of the things you got to remember when you're hooking up to a tote, there's a cap on the top. Before you start pumping, just loosen up the cap. Just make sure it's loose. We're venting. We've got to vent the tote. If you don't loosen up this cap, you will suck in the sides of this and you could potentially rupture the tote. Yeah, that's fine. So we're going to come over here to the pump again. Let me get on this side. And I'm going to show you where the emulsion hose that is going to feed the emulsion up to the roof goes. So we're coming off the lower end here. Martine, we're going to remove that 3/4 inch plug. And then we've got our hose with the 3/4 inch cap. We'll take that off. That gets screwed into there. Tighten it all up. You're using crescent wrenches, pipe wrenches. You want to get it tight. Okay, that's good, Martine, on that. Now what I want to go to is you can actually disconnect that, Martine, and put the plug back in. Now I want to show how to flush the pump. So he's going to put the cap back on. And then we're going to put the plug back in the end of it. So put the plug back in. Okay, move the bag out of there and we'll bring the bucket of water in. Just getting a couple pipe wrenches on and putting it on tight. While he's doing that, I can take you over here to this end of it. This is the gas tank that goes with it. It's got a hose, little injector, just snap on, snap off, boom. Then when you're going to go and start it, you've got a little pump, give it a couple pumps. There's a key, key's not in this one right now, but then a key and start it. You've got a throttle and a choke. Set your speed. Typically, if you're using the pump every day, it'll usually fire right up. You don't even need to choke it. But if it's been sitting for, a couple days, a week or something, then maybe you got to choke it a little bit. Just a small engine, pretty straightforward on that end of it. The other thing you want to check from time to time is this is the hydraulic reservoir. You just want to check the hydraulics. Make sure it's full. There's a little mark right on the, try and get this camera right. It's not showing it real clear, but there's a little mark and it says right on the stick here whether it's full or not. So just want to check it. Usually, never have to add much hydraulic fluid unless you had a leak or something. You want to check your oil dipsticks, oil drain. Yeah, it's a small engine. Service it like you typically would. Okay, so Martine, let's tip the pump. So all you do is tip it up. At that point, you can grab the bucket right here, Martine. Oh, actually, hang on, Martine. You got to disconnect. Sorry, you've got to disconnect the suck hose quick. And once that's disconnected, then we'll slide the bucket over. And literally one guy can do this. It helps with two, but one guy can easily do this procedure. And he's just going to set that over there out of the way. Going to move our plastic bag. I will move the bucket underneath it. Tip it a little bit. It'll fit right under there. And then just kind of pull the pump back down. And now we've got it sitting in a bucket of water. We're going to grab another bucket. We've got our bypass hose on here. So what we're going to do is take the bypass, we're going to open it. And now things are going to get a little noisy. I'm going to fire up the pump and I'm going to show you how we flush this. But before we start it up, I just want to explain this valve setup. So this valve right here, coming off the lower end, when it's in this position right here, if I can get you a good look at it, that means it's going to pump to the feed hose that's going up to the roof. When we open it, now we're closing to the roof and going through our bypass. So and I'll show you when it's turned once we start it up. Well, I can actually show you to turn it right now. We'll turn it like that. Okay, now it's going to come through the bypass. So if you look at it, the end of it is facing whichever you're going to use. Right now we're facing the bypass. We turn it back. We were facing the other hose that came in this way. The other thing that you got to know is the hydraulic section of this. This is our adjustment. Back off the lock nut. Adjust it in if you want more pressure. Turn it out if you want less pressure. This valve right here is what engages the hydraulics. Right now, no hydraulics are working. As soon as we turn it like this, we've engaged the hydraulics and the pump head will start pumping. So right now, let's fire up the pump, guys, and we're going to flush this. So can we start the pump? You don't have a key, so you need to get to start the pump, guys. How much you got? That's fine. Just clean that hose. A gallon of water will do it. Yeah. Okay, stop. Now do it again. Now do it again. Okay. So right now, stand over here, Martine. Okay, that's fine. We're going to open the valve. Okay, engage it a little bit. Little bit. Little bit. You're just going to work it a little bit at a time. Huh? I know. So just run that little bit of water through there. All right, and then that's how you flush it.